what's going on, my beautiful bros and girls out there? This is your boy Michael here, and welcome back to another video. And today we're gonna be reacting to Let's Compare Classic Donkey Kong by Gaming History Source. We're gonna be looking at all the different versions of Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is one of the most popular Nintendo games. It first landed in the arcade back in July 11th, 1981. With the release of Donkey Kong Bonanza, that I'm gonna get and I'm gonna bring it on my channels very soon, I thought I'd go back to the original Donkey Kong to see the differences of different consoles, how it all started. So, I say we get straight into it, but before we start, I'm gonna tell you a little bit of a secret at the end of this video. So let's get started. So there they are on the screen, as you can see. Here we go. So this is how the game works. Your goal is to get to the top, rescue Pauline from Donkey Kong, because Mario always kept Donkey Kong in a zoo, and that's why he's so mad in this game. He throws down barrels at you, so you have to jump over them or use the hammers to destroy them to get more points. Of course, this is an arcade game to get the highest points. You'll be like, hey ladies, guess who's got the high score in Donkey Kong? Back in the day, all people loved Donkey Kong so much that they're even been getting on the home consoles. Speaking of the consoles, here we have the Atari 2600 version. Very plain, very simple. No music, only the sound effects. This was actually the first console to introduce Donkey Kong in. Only 2 levels, and that's it. Very super loud sound effects. This is the ZX Spectrum computer, which is similar to another computer that we're gonna see later. And just like the Atari 2600 version, has sound effects, but no music. Very sad if you ask me, but at least you get to enjoy the game. But for some reason they changed the color of the ladders in Mario white and also the fireballs. But Donkey Kong is red just like those stairs are. I guess they don't want to use too much colors back in the day. But yeah, very calmly and not that loud. Here we have the MSX computer, very similar to the Spectrum version, but with some more colors. It has sound effects and music too. It's very similar, but it's more likely if you're like colors like me. And the sound effects of jumping over the barrels are great. Listen to that. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Deep, deep, deep. So now let's head over to another Atari console, the Atari 800 console. The Atari 800 computer for back in the day. There is another version on the Atari 5200 that got updated in 2018 with Donkey Kong completely different, just like the Nintendo version, Mario and Pauline 2, and very plain. This is the Intellivision version. Intellivision also did a remake, kind of similar to the arcade, but with some minor differences and changes too. Mario looks like a character from another video game. He's wearing blue and he has yellow skin. Kind of like an Indian or something. This is the Amstrad CPC version. This is a really cool likely to the arcade version. Very likely, very similarly, but it was made in 1986. Also, the same year on the Atari Ocean version also did, that we're gonna see in a while. We're gonna see very soon. In just a few seconds. Mario just freaking almost died by that blue barrel. There are the normal barrels and the oil barrels that Donkey Kong throws in the beginning, and also one random. It depends on when he throws the barrels. This is the TI-99 computer, which was exclusive in Mexico to kids. This is a very more comely version. Donkey Kong did not do animation on Donkey Kong moving. They have him still, and the barrels are launching randomly. But the sound effects are a little bit more likely and more calmly, kind of like an ASMR thing. So this is the perfect game of Donkey Kong for you if you are a quieter person. Here we have the Amiga computer version, which has also a secret level if you can get. When Pauline asks help and some random numbers started appearing, and also her dress disappears a little bit, if you type that in, you get a secret level if you beat Donkey Kong in this version, all the levels. And she also sometimes in this version say, "Help Mario." In the other versions, always she yells help. But here she's also yelling her name. His name. Which is very unique. And see that? This is the Commodore 64 Nintendo version. Very similar to the TI-99 version. It has the same graphics, but instead of this freezing Donkey Kong, they have him animated throwing down the barrels at you. And how many oil barrels Donkey Kong do you have? He's throwing a lot, look at that. This must be a glitch or something. I guess he just loves the blue barrels so much, but then he changes a little bit. He's gonna spawn an entire army of fireballs. Here we have the Commodore 64 Ocean version I was talking about. These two versions are my favorite because they have great qualities, great schedule of the 1981 arcade game, great sound effects, great music, closely resemblance. Here we have the ColecoVision, the original version. There was also a prototype of this that we were testing it still, with the Donkey Kong at the beginning climbing up the ladder, but then they changed it to not include it. And yeah, the deal is still a little working in progress. There is also the Coleco Atom, which is very similar to the Coleco original version, and more similarly, but with some minor differences. This one right here is the OP Code Games version. Similar to the arcade game, but in this one it has no sound in this. No music, no nothing. So we had to put in the lyrics in this. You see how it's similar to the arcade version? Let's move on. This is the DOS PC of the original Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong throws one barrel at a time. The items and power-ups of Pauline are scattered also. No music, a little bit. Here we have the Game Boy version, released in 1994. Yeah, about the same time The Mask and other cool 90s movies came out. If you had this as a kid, this is the best version of Donkey Kong right there. It's a multi-adventure, not just the 4 levels we know of Donkey Kong. You have to rescue Pauline to journey through a city, forest, a ship, a plane, icebergs, rocks, up to a tower, to the Donkey Kong Tower at the end, and you fight giant Donkey Kong. Yeah, you heard me right. If you got this game on the Game Boy, or you already have it, let me know. Here we have the Atari 7800 version. There was also another version, they're trying to replicate the arcade version, with some different sounds and effects. Here we have the Flash version, very fast, very energetic to the original version. Donkey Kong sometimes turns around for a little bit, but he does super fast because this is the Flash version. Get it? Flash? Same sounds, same effects. And finally we have the NES and the Famicom disc version that were brought in home onto the Nintendo Entertainment System in 1983, just 2 years after the Donkey Kong arcade game was released in the arcades. This is the game everybody remembers as a kid. And fun fact, that Donkey Kong right there is actually Cranky Kong. That's why we see Donkey Kong so differently in the new versions. And finally, we have the Coleco Tab handheld console for little kids, of course. Your kid will definitely have to play it. Very bland and boring, but for you little kids, lots of fun. And boys and girls, that was all the different versions of Donkey Kong, the classic Donkey Kong we know and love. I really am excited to bring more video game comparisons for you. Let me know what other video game character you want to see next and I'll do it. Anyways, I suppose I better close the show down here. Smash me some big likes for the next video game video. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Turn on your post notifications bell on and share this one with your buddies and girlfriends if you really haven't to. I will be in the next video. Bye to all of you bros and girls. Bros out. Face out.